It's been 3 years since I applied the CQuartz ceramic coating to my car, the UK edition, and to answer the question this video posed, is it dead? And the answer is maybe. Sort of. Could be. Let's have a close look and see what I mean by all that indecision. Now, when I first heard about ceramic coatings, I thought, is it another snake oil? But a few things that were written by motoring journalists seemed to indicate that maybe it wasn't the latest scam. So I thought I'd give it a go. I was certainly tempted by the idea that it was like a wax, except you didn't have to reapply it every 3 months. Instead, it lasted for years. Now that sounds perfect. So I got hold of some. I followed the directions. I suffered in the application because I did it when it was a lot warmer than it should have been. They made this UK edition because the UK is, I don't know, is supposed to be cold and damp and miserable or something. I'm not sure what the idea is there, but certainly I applied it on a quite a warm day, and that was a very, very bad idea. I thought, yep, it said 1 or 2 panels at a time, so I did 2 panels at a time, and that was a mistake straight off. If you ever apply this product, do 1 panel, wait the time, polish it up, then move on. Don't do 2 at once. But anyway, when I reapply it, I'll do some videos of the best practices there. But let's just say it was a tough install, and I did it on the wrong day, in the wrong conditions, suffered the consequences, but still, I have to say that this CQuartz UK edition product is probably the best car care item I've ever bought. Bar none. No questions asked. It is like magic. It's not comparable with any wax known to man. Traditional waxes don't stand up to car washes. They don't really offer protection. They make your car look nice for a little while, and then you have to put them on again. The ceramic coating is in a whole different league, and I'm very, very impressed. So I'm happy. I was happy then. But why do I think it's dying? Well, let's have a look at the car, and I'll show you a few things. So here we are outside just after the car was washed, so we can see what the ceramic coating looks like after 3 years of normal driving, not just sitting in a garage. It's not a show car, it's a everyday driver. I think you could say it looks pretty shiny. At the door handles, there's no fingernail scratches like you see on most cars. The ceramic coating does keep those kind of marks and others from being on the paint. I guess the issue why I think that 3 years is about it for this coating is that even though it can look that good after a wash, the amount of effort to dry the car off is a lot more than what it was when the ceramic coating was first applied. Instead of a quick wipe with the microfiber, now it's more like a wipe and then a second wipe and a bit of a rub in some places, and the watermarks, they take a bit more of a rub to remove. They do all come off. It does give the finish you want, but it's much more work. As you can see, this after 3 years, it looks like it's been freshly waxed. The water still beads, so in that regard, it's like the best wax job ever. In fact, I don't even think wax can compare in any way, shape or form. You can have a look at YouTube videos of the world's best wax versus a car wash. You can see the damage, if you look close enough, the damage from one mechanical car wash versus supposedly the world's best wax. And so this CQuartz ceramic coating is far, in that regard, far better than the world's best wax. Hands down. We'll move into the sunshine now and look for faults. This is a really bright sunny day today. You'll see another reason why I think it's time for a reapplication, and that is if you do get that sunshine on there, right on, you can see with the exposure on the camera turned up 2 stops, really overexposed, you can see that there are slight polishing or spider webbing effect, polishing marks, swirl marks, called a number of different things, but they're quite faint, and really you have to have bright sun and be looking very closely to see them. From a distance they just don't appear at all, but it does indicate that the ceramic coating is starting to become thin, not quite as effective. You can see on the front, especially on the bumper, it doesn't protect against stone chips or bugs hitting you at 200. I don't think anything can protect against that. You can see that even after a wash with a bit of bug remover, there's still some bugs that didn't come off, that are really stuck on well, and when the coating was first applied, or even up to 6 months ago, so for the first 2.5 years, the washing the car would remove the bugs quite easily, but not anymore. Those bugs they're really sticking a lot more than they used to, so that's another reason I think it's time to go. One thing I didn't do with this coating is apply the reload spray every 6 months. I bought a lot of it so I could. I applied it once, and the result was, unless the coating is completely free of bugs and dirt, the reload locks them in. So I locked in a few bugs that I could never wash off again. So I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the regular application of the reload. And there you can see there's a few issues that mean that the coating isn't quite as good as it used to be when I first applied it, or even 6 months ago. I've noticed it's now harder to clean. You get slight spider webby swirl marks that were never there before. So I'm ready to reapply, and of course no ceramic coating stops the bugs from damaging your car eventually, or stops the stone chips. Nothing to be done about that. Plus, somebody dropped their bike on the side of the car, the door was opened onto a post. Things like that need to be repaired. They're only small things, but the repair will mean that the ceramic coating will have to be removed. As a conclusion, I would have to say, I totally recommend this product for your car. Nothing will make it look better, make it easier to wash than a product like this. Give it a go yourself. If you thought this video was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe for future videos on ceramic coating and other car related topics. Until then.